like in pretty good shape.
We need a map holder like a windshield wiper. You can power up. Wait a minute. Okay, hooked. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, that's coming on. Up. Mark.
Okay, give me that first heading again, Charlie.
164. Okay, Houston, we're underway.
Okay, good show. And even with all of that extra there, you're only leaving 2 minutes late. Outstanding.
Shit. He must have forgot something, Charlie. That's all I got.
Well, everything's running. Okay, Tony, as we cross out it to the west here, or south, we see a lot of these black rocks with the white phenocryst.
Also, we see big white rocks with black phenocryst. How about that, Houston? Black glass, I mean, excuse me.
Okay, we got a great view of all the way into Stone. We're right up on a ridge here, Tony. We at 10 degrees bearing, 1.1 range. There's a 1 meter boulder to the right that's very angular. That's just as we've already described. The black with the whitish inclusion. We can see all the way to the base of Stone Mountain and Survey Ridge. There's some secondaries around. The terrain is covered with about 3% of the surface with cobbles up to 15 centimeters. A couple of indurated little secondaries.
And Charlie, verify the DAC is on.
That are a meter or so. Yeah, I called DAC on.
Okay.
Oh, Charlie.
I feel it running.
Good show.
Okay, now Tony, we're going down an incline downslope at 356 at 0.3. That is about about a 5-degree slope, John. And the boulder population and the cobble population is picked up over here to about 10%, I'd say.
Okay, there were those mounds mapped over at Phantom area. Can you see those?
The mounds mapped where?
In the area of Phantom Crater, that'll be to your left at about, it'll be about 10 o'clock now.
No, it's over, Phantom Crater's over a ridge. I think we're coming by WC is really what we're coming by after our 1 o'clock, make it 3 o'clock now, 350 at 0.3.
Okay.
I think you're right, Charlie.
Okay, the largest blocks we see are a meter. The regolith seems to be loosely compacted, much like the regolith over at the, which is characteristics of all of the Cayley here. Most of the rocks are angular to sub-rounded.
Okay, do you feel you're still in that ray?
Still in this ray.
Yeah. Just covered with blocks and holes, Houston.
Okay, we copy.
Lots of secondary, Tony.
Charlie, what are we shooting for?
Well, we were supposed to beat 17.
Okay, the heading on the first leg is 162.
Heading on surface.
For 1.3. Okay, we got 0.6 now. When we get there, we should be 353 at 1.3. We're traveling a little bit east. I think if you now you look like you're headed just about for our spot. See Survey Ridge down there?
Yeah.
It is a great place to keep this map, right? Wedge it in that camera. Yow! Woo! Man, that was a great big skid. We're doing 10 clicks, Tony.
Outstanding.
Still down about a 2 to 3 degree slope now. Oh, Barney's really driving this beauty.
Do you have an amps at the max speed?
Hey. I'm sitting in, I can't tell you, I'm sitting in volts right now.
Okay, fine.
Tony, an observation here, the dust-covered rocks are mostly rounded. The angular rocks seem to be free of dust.
And they sure are a lot of rocks.
Still, as we described cobbly, cobble size are still the same, maybe 10% of the surface now. Tony, we're starting out with, forgot to say it, but we're starting out with the correct magazines as per checklist.
Okay, good show.
A lot easier driving down here, isn't it, John? Not any real big craters. A lot of subdued.
It's not as many easier, it's just that you can see what you're doing.
Yeah. But it didn't seem to be as rough as what I thought. Okay, we're at 348. It's 0.8 now, Tony. Still in indurated secondaries.
Okay, you should be about halfway to survey.
Okay, yeah, we see survey right up there. That was properly mapped. Most of the secondaries are the craters here, Tony, are in the meter size. Some of the larger ones may be 5 meters. Okay, it's getting a lot rougher now, a lot more hummocky. At 346 at 0.9. Slowing down to about 6 clicks.
So,
that's going to be a steep slope up there, John.
I believe it is, Charlie.
Up stone. Okay, we're looking for 3.5, about at 1.3 clicks. We should be on survey at around 3.5 or so. Looks like that survey dead ahead to me.
Looks like to me.
Tony, apparently this ray is pretty extensive. We haven't got out of this cobble field yet, and we're now at 1.0 at 348, and the percentages are just exactly the same. Characteristics of the regolith are identical, and it still appears loosely compacted, almost like a freshly plowed field with that's been rained on.
Okay, we understand that.
Right now we're in an area at 1.1 at 345, 346 with 4 blocks that are meter to meter and a half size. Make that 6 blocks now. And we're in off to our right, there's a slight depression. It's maybe 20 meters below us. It extends over to a ridge that blocks out Stubby. Okay, we're coming up to the biggest rock now we've passed on a traverse. Click. Got a picture of it. And it looks like a breccia also, Tony. It was rounded.
Oh, shoot, man.
Golly. Covered me with dust on that one.
Sorry, Charlie.
That's okay. That looks like a pretty good path off about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, John.
Yeah.
Okay, now the percentage of cobbles is picking up, Tony, at 1.2 at 344. And we're about maybe now 20% of the surface is covered. with cobbles up to 50, make it 30 centimeters, with the largest block being meter size. Looks like these larger ones are caused by, there's some craters here 5 meters or so that appear to me to be a series of secondaries right in this area.
Okay, we copy that. You may bear back to the right about 10 degrees.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Okay, we'll do that. You can still see the rim of South Ray, spectacularly white. It just stands out above the surrounding terrain by an order of magnitude.
Okay, what's the heading down Survey Ridge where I think we are right now, Charlie?
Okay, we should be okay, come down survey at about 227.4. Yeah, this is survey. Top of survey, Tony, has got a lot of secondaries. 30% of the surface with cobbles, predominantly in the 10 centimeter range, but some greater than that, up to 50 centimeters.
Okay, take plenty of Hasselblad pictures there. Got plenty of film.
As fast as my finger will pull the trigger.
Good show.
Watch it, Charlie.
I got it. Okay. Okay, I'd say now 70% in this area, 70% is covered. 347 at 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. That's where we mapped
Tony,
on top of
if we'd
survey.
have gone, okay, if we'd have gone to 353 on survey originally, we'd have been down in a big depression.
I'm still pretty depressed at this point.
Oh, man, John, this is really a ray. It just goes right into South Ray.
Boy, you just can't believe the blocks, Houston. The block population on survey, what is it, 50%?
Oh, I was estimating 60 to 70.
Yeah.
And you can track it right in up across over the ridge. It blocks out Wreck and Stubby into South Ray. We're going downslope now, off of survey, still heading southeast.
Got to get out of these, Charlie.
Well, I think, yeah, the Rover's hacking it with no sweat over these little ones.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, spend the rest of the day in a real ray.
Yeah, I think you can hook a right here a little bit, John. Looks pretty good. It's really a lot of craters here, Tony, at 1.6 at 348. The top of survey is just pockmarked. They're pretty subdued, though. We can drive through the up to 3 meter ones with no problem. You're still making 6 clicks, John. The characteristics of the rocks, Tony, are the same as around the lunar module.
Okay. If you get a chance to look on the southeast side of survey, you might see if you see any beds in there.
No, not a chance.
Okay.
It's pretty well rounded, Tony, and it's just the only predominant feature here is this ray pattern with all the secondaries.
Okay.
Best set of rocks you ever saw, I'll tell you that.
Boy, there'd be no trouble sampling the South Ray at Station 8. It looks like this ray goes right across it.
Very good.
We're 1.7 now, 352, and sort of back down in almost, we dropped maybe 20 meters, just passing a secondary that's 10 meters across.
Okay, you should see Miriam over to your right.
Miriam would be down over the ridge.
Okay.
And there's a great split boulder right there. Charlie. It is. That was a east-west split there, Tony. Very undulating terrain, hummocky. The hummocks are,
What's your head and be down here now, Charlie?
okay, we still got to go three. This is the one that's two from here up over is
168.
227 for 4/10. We should be at 005 at 005 at 1.6 to cross. Then we turn south again. We're at 1.8, but that's because we're a little. I think we could go straight for them, John. There's Cinco's right up there on the hill.
All right, we think you could just about head
we should
south
go
now.
straight for him. I want to get out of this wreck.
Okay, we are. We're going 180. This is terrible, this ray, isn't it?
Yep, that's why I want to get out of it.
Yeah. Okay, we must be coming to the edge of it. My estimate of the cobbles is back down about 20% now. We have secondaries within secondaries. Predominant crater size is still a meter or so. Only very few of the secondaries are indurated. Coming up on one now at 2-0 at 355. Boy, it is something.
This is really something.
You're still going 8 clicks, though, John. We're right on. Hey, Tony, apparently we're still on survey. It's a wide ridge. It's furrowed parallel to the long axis. Now, there's a big crater off to the right, John, and here's 5 right up here about 1230. Are the Cinco's are right south of Crown, though, so it's the ones to the right where we want to go. See that big crater up there below Crown?
Yeah?
Okay, now you're headed right for it. And the Cinco's are right to the right of that, apparently. In fact, that big one is probably Cinco E.
From where you are, Cinco should be right in line with Crown.
It is, Tony. Right now, we got it spotted.
Okay.
Got a little crater on in the inner flank. Okay, doing 10 clicks, and still in the cratered, saturated downslope of Survey Ridge at 354 at 2.2. Block population is still the same. Looks like we don't get out of the ray really until we hit and start climbing upslope at Station 6.
Houston, the best idea I can give you of what this looks like is it looks like about halfway up to that crater that we went to out at the Nevada test site. Man, I tell you, I've never seen so many blocks in my life.
Okay, sounds like that was a good exercise then.
Good exercise in driving.
Oh, that was a daddy.
That hit on the floorboard, that's okay. What else? Even getting dust on my helmet. Well, this is neat. Really neat. Okay, now between us and the survey, Tony, we really drop off again down to the base of Stone. We're going down about a 4 or 5 degree slope that's still apparently ejecta, south ray ejecta. So we're down to perhaps 10% now on block frequency. The character of the regolith is still the same, loosely consolidated with the raindrop pattern. It probably looks that way because of the sun. I'm convinced of that. The rocks are mostly grayish with white plast in them.
Okay, what's the bearing and range for that, getting off the contact?
Done. Okay, we'll give it to you. We're right now at 354 at 2.5. We're still in a block field. It'll be about another 2 clicks before we're out of it.
Okay.
Okay, I just don't think you can identify these things as contacts per se.
No, we
They
understand.
just fade out and then they go away. Okay.
Okay, you're about 200 or 300 meters from the contact as it's mapped with the Descartes, or the feathering out there. We'd like you to keep an eye out for any changes in regolith.
Okay, you got it, babe, and I think that's a pretty good guess. As far as, at least that's where the slope of Stone starts. That Stone Mountain looked like it was right on top of us, and we've come 2.6 kilometers, and it still looks just as far away.
Yeah, it's really something.
Okay, Tony, characteristics are still the same as up on survey, 10%. Cobble's about the same size, maybe a smattering more of the larger ones, 50 centimeters and up. Some of the rocks seem in good shape, hardly fractured. Others appear to be badly fractured, but still homogeneous.
From your description, it sounds like we won't have any trouble finding split boulders at 8.
Well, I don't know.
I don't see any. I haven't seen but one split boulder so far. Not that I've been looking, but I would if there were some.
Hey, that was super. That wheel just left the ground.
It's a wildest ride out there, Ron.
I love it. It's great. 8 clicks, Tony. We got up to 12 there once. We're at 355 at 2.8. Still have Crown and Cinco E in sight.
Sounds like you're really making money there.
And we gotta go over another depression, down through another depression before we hit the upslope. That's about 100 meters in front of us. Boy, it's a spectacular view looking out to the west, Tony. In fact, it looks like a whole mountain itself back to the west.
Yeah, I think.
And that poop about being able to see the limb all the way on Traverse 2, I think, was going to be bum dope. We've come down some big swales.
Okay.
They may call them swales in your part of the world, Charlie. They call them mountains in mine.
Yeah. Okay, and in my 9 o'clock position, out about a kilometer, and we're 355 at 3.0, is a tremendous boulder that must be so far away, but it's very predominant on the skyline. Must be 5 meters or so. Yeah, I can't give you any new words, Tony. The regolith is still the same. We're still in a block field. We're just about to start up slope here. Have we been climbing, John?
Oh.
Look at that pitch meter.
Hey, we have been climbing. I doubt it.
Pegged out high.
Okay, Charlie, we'd like the DAC on 12 frames per second.
Okay, 12 frames a second coming up. You got it.
Okay.
Okay, you're looking right at Cinco and Tony. It doesn't feel like we're climbing, but we've been climbing for quite a while here. I just looked at the pitch meter and it was pegged out a minute ago.
Wow.
We're climbing up about a 10-degree slope now.
Okay.
And let's see, 6 was at 000 at.
Charlie, what should we be heading for?
Those craters up there.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Okay, see that one? It's sort of a funny shape. Looks like it's got a breach in the southeast side at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's it.
The one at 12 o'clock, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Houston, now that we get up to up Stone Mountain, my assessment is it's not any worse than what we've been driving down.
I think this is one of our benches here, John.
I think it is, huh?
Yeah, we're at 3.3, and 5 should be at 3.3. And, okay, Tony, we're on a flat area now at 3.55 at 3.3. And I think it apparently is a bench. We're passing Station 5, a little to the east.
Okay, glad you can recognize it there. That's great.
And it's, I'll tell you, it's just as blocky here. The block population is up again to about 40 to 50%.
Okay, you might look for a fresh crater that would punch through that array material in the Descartes for Station 5 when you come back.
No, we got lots of... Okay, most of the craters here are... there's another split one, but...
Look at old South Ray, Charlie.
That's beautiful. Just spectacular. I can't believe it. And there's Baby Ray, John.
See it?
Yeah, you can see it. It's got black sides to it. Okay, here's a crater, Tony. Remind us, at 354 at 3.4, that's about 15 meters across and about 5 meters deep, and I bet you it punched through.
Oh, man.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
And that should be a good enough for... And that should be a good Station 5.
Okay.
Man, we are really going up a hill, I'll tell you.
How about the traction? You slipping at all?
That's the only one I see, I reckon.
Okay, see, there seems to, over here by this oblong one, which I think is 5E, John, we go up a steep slope, but then it seems to level out right up on top.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Look at that bench in Crown.
I know it. No, we can't see Crown now.
What is that thing with a V in it?
That's 5E.
The one with the V in it?
Yeah.
Let's go sample it.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. See, it seems to be it's a steep slope going up to it, but it looks like a bench or a little ridge on top.
Yep.
Okay, we're at 354 at 3.6. And you ought to see that Baby Ray, Tony. It's got a real good raised rim. You can see some good, it's got lots of blocks around it that are hard to estimate the size. And we're going up a steep, steep slope, John. I'll tell you.
We believe you, Charlie.
You are not.
And it's got black streaks coming out of it. Okay, our amps are now up to 60. Oh, wait a minute, that's volts.
Yeah, Charlie.
This is going to be spectacular. I can see wreck and trap and orange juice. Golly. There's a little bench on up there, a little bit more, John.
Yeah, we're getting up on a bench right now.
And boy, this is going to be such a spectacular view, you can't believe it. Okay, we're at Cinco, Tony. We feel at 3.7 at 355.
See it anywhere, Charlie?
What? Cinco? Yeah, this is it. Here's the one. There's one, and the big one is just to the left over there with the V in it.
Charlie, you're probably at one of the lower Cincos, not D or E. You should have something like 4.0.
Okay, we'll go. Okay, we'll go on up.
A little easier driving uphill and down.
And you're well ahead on the timeline. You've been making good time.
Tony, I can see into...
Charlie, let's go up here to this big blocking crater. Man, that's really good.
Where's that?
Right up there.
That's Crown.
You want to go up to there?
Yeah, that's fine with me.